If he can help Maverick, maybe Maverick can help Marco Morelli on the mental side. Because, you know, when you're that riding skill, it really has to be a mental thing, doesn't it?
You know, exactly. He's very, very high praise rider in the Junior World Championship as well. He sits 9th. He's just a bit bogged down in confidence, perhaps, at the moment, you might say.
Yeah. And wherever he is, there's the number 11 of David Gonzalez picking up the slipstream.
As they come across the Tricolore once again.
And as long as the guys behind are not silly, I'm sure.
I mean, he started from the back of the grid, but he's not made any inroads here at all. You know, run up with Carter Thompson for 18th.
7 of Benjamin Fernandez into 2nd place.
Whatsoever. Christian Daniel Jr., who made was started from the 2nd.
Get all the way up into the top 10. And there is Veda still leading.
It can be done then. So crumbling down up timing screens, and it really impacted Benyat Fernandez. And someone else has gone down too in the oh dearie me, what a big shame that was. Such a good charge through the field already, but we switch our attention. Who went down, as well as Benyat Fernandez, Tinez as well, I believe, unless he's just gone
ride that he's had all season so far.
There is Carter Thompson then running in 18th position.
Hey, the previous lap we've been on board with Brian looking back at David, super determined in 2nd, and he's right on the tail of Veda for grid infringement.
Double long lap penalty. Oh dearie me.
Yeah, that's a messy way to start. Tama, and then the 11 of David Gonzalez, Ryan Iriarte, and those trio.
With Sullivan mounting up from 11th on the grid there in 7th as well, just off this big drill down here. I mean, you've got 2 riders out the top of the back there, and there is a great position progression for the sun out there at the moment from these leaders.
And pole time was 2:01.95, and Veda Patama has
from there. Got to give a shout out to Thompson and Mounty. That's a good start for them. Thompson could have expected him to be in this front. Championship leader, 4 second places so far this year. This is where he took his first rookie's cup. That was a tough move. So gets the turn 3 is not much stereotypical overtake.
No, he does. I wonder if he's just having to push quite hard to stay with the lead.
You're right, you're absolutely right. It is so downhill.
With Hakim Danish, you saw much value than how tight it was. That's right. As I say, they go through the gibbons and through the left-hander in 3rd range. It is Ryan Iriarte, who's won 2 races and twice been knocked off. And once by Hakim Danish.
Yeah, and he wants to be running away long turn. That is an impressive move because that is so fast into there.
Absolutely sensational stuff.
Well, now it's getting spicy because we've got 2 riders down, unfortunately. Joel Pons and Christian Daniel down and out of Benyat Fernandez in 4th. Where is Ramadita now? Is he going to push right back across? He's in 9th position now.
Have saved a very, very nasty collision with the tarmac on the way down. There is, and it still is Veda Patama who has the advantage.
And potentially the extra protagonist as well of David Gonzalez and Julia. Part of the problem, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they've all got ideas, and that's the 9 of them passing Brian Iriarte. Goes he? No, he doesn't. Brian Iriarte on the 5th is out of it. He's in 2nd place in the points.
Arnie in 8th as well. Agostinelli, the Vietnamese rider there, up into 9th place as well.
And 8 laps to go. We're not halfway through.
We'll all fan out, but then who will end up in P1? Brian Iriarte for now.
Brian Iriarte now.
Bennett run now. This is your group. Doesn't look like any of them are going to really drop off.
There really is no point in doing anything silly at this point in the race. Just hang in there. We've got 7 laps to go and a couple of corners, and then they can't afford to do that for the last.
We started from the back of the grid, didn't get the first lap that we would have wanted. We'll have to see what happens.
He's got incredible talent, but it just has an up weekends and down weekends. That's just the way it is. And
I do know what's going on with effectively one of his riders. You know, part of the big part. Good breakaway!
And in 8th place is Hakim Danish, the points leader. He knows he doesn't have to win this race, but of course he's a racer. Maverick Vinales actually, and he was in Jerez and working with Maverick. So if a planet like he did at Essen last year, it really has. There's nothing wrong with it.
Have a very good ref. Strictly speaking, his best result was
we've decided for whatever reason with a 4.6 second gap.
But I thought he was ahead of him at the time, but we'll have to find out after the race.
Yeah, that's right. But he's going to pick up, of course,
as they come across the Tricolore once again. Anyone out? That is a very nice lad.
Yeah, but he's got in doing that. He's lost about 4 places.
Yeah.
You know, you either.
Joel Pons, the number 16, he's had a torrid start to his second season in Rookies Cup, but for seeing him up in the top 10, he is 10 seconds off the lead and 7.5 seconds.
Advice. Anyway, the 7 of Pemuncak Fernandez, who has the advantage now. Brian Riarte is up into second place.
That's a heck of a recovery he's on there. As we switch back towards the front, Ramadippa, the 32. The 32, brilliant ride for the Indonesian as they're about 6 abreast into the first turn. He crashed out on this lap. He's seemingly okay according to the timing screens as well. The 29 was having a...
No, he thinks better of it, backs out of it. The 31, Podium. I said, he came off the...
Still 16 riders. Morelli not making much progress back towards the front, Peter.
And, somebody in this group, isn't it? The 51 of Brian Riarte moves across there. You can't do too much swinging around like that. That's
goodness me, it's Danish who's going through into the lead again. Zenatani in fourth. That is in the balance of John Pons who got pushed out.
just being swallowed up actually by everybody else.
Yeah, you can tell how wants the lead coming out that final corner, do they?
No, it's the 7 of Pemuncak Fernandez.
Sullivan Mounsey just switching over to the left-hand side there. The number 4 British rider back in.
About him too often, but he's part of the mix at the moment, looking for a podium place.
Adopted Vietnamese rider.
Yeah, indeed. And you know, Riarte back to 8th, Ramastor.
Now coming across the line, about 8th or so position, but he's going to get a massive slingshot down towards turn 1, sort of just sneakily going about it, not getting into touch wood, too much trouble thus far. Now finds himself back in the Premier position. He's certainly got.
After qualifying, he really did feel he knew what he was doing around here. Happy with the motorcycle. Brian Riarte that leads.
Now is the moment it starts to get yellow. It's going to be all about finding your position to go onto the backs, onto the front straight, out of the final corner, the run to the line. No,
he's going to try it now. Can he get in front? As I say, he knows he needs 3 or 4 bike lengths lead coming out of the line. But it is the 70 of Christian Daniel Jr. who leads the Rookies Cup race across the line onto the last lap here at Magellan.
And it looks like it's going to be... Oh, it's Pitana who's going to be leading the way into turn 1 then. So from second on the grid
as well, so Brian Scott's working on the last lap.
And they're starting to pull away. That last time around was a mid-pass.
Brian Riarte.
Riarte 1, Riarte 2, the long climb. Highest point of the circuit. And down they come once again then into this right and left-hander.
Congratulations, can he afford to be in front at this stage? Behind him is the 31 looking at Congratulations. He's got consistency. Veda Ega has it though. No one's going to pass him surely before the finish. It's going to be Indonesia.
He's done it. He's done it. He was the one who played it the most sensible. He was the craftiest, and he...
Quickly as they can change the gear, they do so. So there is the number 13 of Hakim Danish, our points leader.
But oh dearie me, what a big shame that was. Such a good charge to Dales with him.
And I think Veda was perhaps using a lot
off the back of the leading group then. So a lot of the riders who maybe had a little bit less
is out of it. He's in second place in the points, but he's not.
8 points coming away from that one. So, but this is he's going to get a bit of a nosebleed here running this high up as we.
That's right. And as I say, they go through the gearbox and through the left-hander in first, and they just go.
They go down the hill, Capuchin in a superb second place. But Joel Pont.
Got to give a shout out to Thompson and Mounsey. That's a good start for them. Thompson could have expected him to be on the way down for the reverse corkscrew. This is quite a brutal climb for any runner or cyclist.
Riate and the leader Veda Ega on the 54. Then the 11 of David Gonzalez, Brian Riate, and those trio, I think, are being caught by the...
With Sullivan Mounsey up from 11th on the grid there in 7th as well, just off the back of...
Brian Riate there as he tries to hang on to Veda Ega. He didn't look quite as smooth and clean. There's only 3 seconds covering the whole grid at the moment, so 51, it is Brian Riate with the advantage. He's right on the tail of Veda Ega now.
David Gonzalez, 11th in the standings.
Is Brian Riate, who's won 2 races and twice been knocked off, and once by Hakim Danish.
Yeah, and he wants to be...
Well, thank goodness for the Tech Air suit from Alpine Stars, which obviously fired up as he was... You know, Marco Morelli, you remember go back to Assen last year, can win a race like he's on a different planet.
Yeah, and they're so orderly for the first, like, 6, 7 or 8 riders. I mean, what a start Veda Ega had, but after that it was absolute chaos.
Casey and Hakim Danish on the number 13.
Carter Thompson there, and
Still is Veda Ega who has the advantage. Brian Riate instead saved a very, very nasty collision with the tarmac on the way down. There is a pit. And and the point is, I think all 5 of them know absolutely sensational.
Well, now it's getting spicy because Beruntun, that is an impressive move because that is so fast there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So
he's finished 3 out of 4 races so far. A very quiet Le Mans, just taking away a few points. But we've got 2 riders down, unfortunately. Joel Pont and Christian Daniel down and out.
Plenty of action remaining.
They're being very sensible, Peter. It's like a very high-speed game of chess there, and potentially the extra protagonists as well of David Gonzalez and Julio.
Benyat Fernandez, of course.
Feeling a bit more in the groove and a bit more up for the fight now.
Oh my goodness, it is
and he cuts Raih! Perhaps with his pace and qualification, but not today. Fastest lap of the race goes to Hakim Danish on the back of this group, the number 30. You're offline. Some of the riders going inside. That was the number 11 there, going up the inside. I think I saw David Arnie in 8th as well. Agostinelli, the Vietnamese rider there, up into 9th place, as well as the corkscrew right there. And you're absolutely right. It is so downhill run now. This is your group. Doesn't look like any of them are going to really drop off. Putin himself, a KTM factory rider, could be helping out with that.
Well, that's an interesting point you make, because I know that from the...
Raih, strictly speaking, his best result was 8th place there in race 1. Peter, that was so close then, being ultra brave through there. But look at Gonzalez, just wait. I mean, he started from the back of the grid, but he's not made any inroads here at all, you know.
Not quick. When you can win a race on a different planet like he did at Essen last year, it really has to be passing Brian Riate, going, no he doesn't. Brian Riate on the 51, and the orange helmet still has second and leading by. We've decided for whatever reason with a 4.6 second gap that these 5 are going to remain to the end.
The starting rider.
Yeah, but wasn't that because he was penalised?
Exactly.
Yeah, he was. You know, he came along this weekend. It was quite good. Certainly not sort of sitting up and waiting for anybody down the back straight.
No, absolutely right.
So that you need the slipstream. So there really is no point in doing anything silly at this point in the race. Just hang in there.
Vinales his own agency, and he came by the 10 yesterday to sort of instantly after qualifying to see what
around him, but that's never stopped him before. So I don't think the circuit knowledge thing is a. He's got incredible talent, but it just has up weekends and down weekends. It's just the way it is. And we got plenty of action. It's 19 laps. Race 2, and the lights go out. Who gets a good start? Capuchin is into the lead from pole position, but with him Brian Riate sits in the second place. He goes up the inside. Capuchin comes around the outside, but it's Brian Riate.
I think one of them's Joel Pons, but as we switch back towards the front,
we're coming to the corkscrew section, and unless you go up there and watch it, you can't believe how
Capuchin, Bretana into 3rd, and he's got Thompson.
It may have been Alejandro Fernandez as well. I saw the pink helmet. Anyway, we'll see. I'm sure we'll get the information.
You're offline. Some of the riders going inside. That was the number 11 there, going up the inside. I think I saw David.
They go down the hill. Capuchin in a superb second place. But Joel Pont, he's one of the followers. And Brian Riate already touching the green stuff. He's got to watch that.
Did there into that left-hander. So easy to run off, run wide, click the wheel of the rider. Wasn't it?
That's right, Veda. There was really not room for that lead.
Well then, so 3 riders down at the first turn. Accidentally was the other one down with Fernandez, as you rightly pointed out. Come across the line then to complete lap 1. It will be Uriarte. Front car pushing. I mean, he started from the back of the grid, but he's not made any inroads here until, phase 2.
Veda Ega does not want to hang in there. Kapushin goes up the inside. Veda Ega tries to go past both of them. Can't quite do it, but he does. He hangs on to the lead to go down the hill. But it's Veda Ega who has pushed aside the white helmet in.